Hey guys, Captain Kuba here. A few days ago I was looking for an awesome close-up of Magni with the purpose of making a thumbnail out of it. In the process I found something that changes how we view the God of War universe. This of course has some serious implications on how Kratos got to Midgard. But before I get on with the video, let's watch the cutscene in which we find the missing panel of Tyr traveling to Jotunheim, and from there I'll build this new understanding of the God of War universe. Ready? Let's do this.
Look at that! It's the missing panel about Tyr. Odin must have stolen it. But why?
He always has his reasons. Might I have a look? Well, this is most unexpected.
Why? What does it mean?
I haven't the foggiest. Isn't that unexpected?
Head.
Look, clearly that's Tyr. Traveling somehow. Perhaps magically. But what's that to do with the giants that they should devote a shrine to it? I'm afraid that is none too clear.
What are those runes in the corners?
Not runes. Symbols from different lands. They mean...
War.
Aye.
How do you...
This one I know too well.
In this missing panel, we see Tyr magically traveling to some location. On the four corners of the panel, we see symbols representing different pantheons. Kratos of course recognizes the Omega symbol, as it represents his past life as the Greek god of war. But why is it that these mythologies are shown on this panel as if they require magic to travel to them, when it's not really magical to get on a boat and go from Greece to Scandinavia? Why are they included here? Could we be wrong about how we understand the God of War universe? How exactly did Kratos arrive to this hostile Norse world? A few other things have also been bothering me since I played God of War 4, like how can there be multiple contradictory creation stories found in this series? Or how do sun gods from different pantheons share a single sun? Or why Jormungandr was never seen by the Greek gods if they both shared Midgard as their home? Will the Norse world be affected if Atlas releases the world from his shoulder? Why didn't the flood of God of War 3 affect the Norselands? Or how does Njord and Poseidon share the seas? I can keep going, but you see the problem, right? Having a single world that houses all pantheons at the same time would prove to be chaotic, and yet most fans have come to believe this. I know this because a few days ago I asked you guys to vote on two different views for the God of War universe. Option 1, all mythologies take place in the same world. And option 2, each mythology has its own galaxy. Out of 1400 votes, 89% of you guys voted for a shared world, while only 11% of you guys voted for different galaxies. What if I tell you that 89% of you guys are wrong? I also gotta throw myself in that number because I too had that view of the God of War universe until I found this image. When I saw this image, I actually got up from my chair to get a closer look at it. I couldn't believe it. For the people interested in finding it, you can search for it after defeating this guy. I forgot his name, alright? Anyways, after defeating him, just scan the room with photo mode and you will notice three interesting paintings that deserve to be fully analyzed. First, we have a painting that looks very similar to the traditional Norse compass. Where it deviates from the original one is in its depiction of the prongs and its inclusion of an inverted eye in the middle. The traditional Norse compass was believed to be used for travel within the Norse realms. However, this one must have been used to travel in the space between galaxies, as we see in this next image. Here we see a clear depiction of multiple galaxies, each having stars within them, and outside lines magically connecting the galaxies. My suspicion of such universe was confirmed with the third image. Here we see the same galaxies from a closer angle, but most importantly, we see a ship being navigated outside another galaxy. I can tell you with a 99% level of assurance that this galaxy is the Norse one, and that's because of the carvings inside the circle. On the left side we see a wolf resting below what looks to be the sun or the moon. This could be Skoll or Hati, representing the realm of Asgard. In the middle we see a stag that most likely is Duraproof, the stag giant who guards the entrance to Jotunheim while the giants sleep. Given his connection to the giants, I assume he represents the realm of Jotunheim. And on the very far right we see a boar, who's probably Gullensbursti, representing the realm of Vanaheim. Even though the image is not complete, I suspect all other realms were also depicted in the lower part of the painting, but were made impossible to see for lore hunters like myself. So if this galaxy is the Norse world, that would mean the other galaxies we see in the image are other pantheons like Greek, Egyptian, Aztec, Japanese, African, Persian, you get the point. You may have noticed that I didn't include the word theory in the title for this video, and that's because it's not, it's a fact. Even though Cory Barlog uses the phrase same world to describe the God of War universe, he doesn't mean same planet. Here's a clip of his intro speech at a GDC conference.
But what I would talk about was the idea that all the mythologies of the world are kind of like this Hubble telescope image. They are like galaxies individually spread out throughout a complete universe. And the world is the universe, and all the mythologies are sort of origin stories of various cultures throughout the world, beginning at the beginning of time and stretching all the way out. So at any given time, all the mythologies exist together concurrently, and they are simply separated by geography. So it's important because some people had the conception that, hey, Kratos at the end of God of War 3 destroyed the world. Well, he destroyed what they believed the world was in Greece, which was their world. Everybody believed their world was the only world. In fact, we still believe that today.
I first heard this speech 4 months ago. At that time I thought this idea was changed for the shared planet version, but it clearly wasn't. We were simply misunderstanding the meaning of the word world. While there's no question about this new understanding of the God of War universe, some details still remain a mystery, especially the ship we see navigating outside the Norse mythology galaxy. We know that Tyr learned the secret of how to travel to different mythologies, and he's always depicted arriving on a boat. Although the Prosetas don't mention such boat belonging to Tyr, we can make the safe assumption that he does in fact have one capable of realm travel. And even though this village was known to worship Vanir gods, I have no problem believing they also dedicated a painting to Tyr. After all, he was loved by everyone, including Vanir supporters. But let's get to the main point of the video. How did Kratos travel to Scandinavia? Up until now, we simply thought Kratos picked up a backpack and started walking. It's true that Kratos walked the earth for hundreds of years, but the novel never mentions him arriving with his own 2 legs. What we get instead is a nightmare Kratos has about a past memory. To summarize the nightmare, I'll just say that after some time had passed since Kratos set on an adventure to rid himself of the curse of immortality, he found himself with his back against a rock wall, fending off 3 wolves twice his height. As one of them leapt to attack him, the shape of a woman commanding the beasts was revealed, prompting Kratos to scream, Later in the novel, it's revealed that these wolves are in fact Skoll and Hati, but most importantly, it further explains what happened in this confrontation. One of the wolves bit his thigh and dragged Kratos to these lands. We know this because Kratos confirms it in the next line. This makes me come to the conclusion that the mystery woman is Faye, because we see from the tapestry in Tyr's temple that both Faye and Tyr knew each other, so most likely he taught her how to use the doorways that lead to other pantheons. So she used that knowledge to bring Kratos with the purpose of helping the giants defeat the Aesir gods at the start of Ragnarok. By now you must be wondering about Mimir, and I gotta be honest, Mimir poses a bit of a problem with this view of the universe. He says he traveled north until he reached the Norse lands. He also seems to know a lot about the Greek pantheon. So does Freya, by the way.
You will never change!
And you do not know me.
I know enough. Does he?
Right now my best theory is that Mimir traveled from within the Norse Pantheon galaxy. As to his knowledge about Kratos' past deeds, I can say that he might have known the person who brought Tyr the vase depicting Kratos' genocide. Even though Mimir poses a small inconvenience at the moment, the evidence for the world with multiple galaxies housed in different pantheons is too much to be overlooked. Think about all the problems I brought up at the beginning of the video. Different creation stories, the shared sun dilemma, Jormungandr not being seen by the Greek gods, Atlas affecting other pantheons if he releases the Earth, and many more. These issues can easily go away if we think of each mythology as a different galaxy within the God of War universe. But after all this explaining, I could have simply showed you guys the cutscene where Freya confirms it.
I need 2 more things. Fresh red root grows just behind the house. Can you pull a cluster?
What else?
I know you're a god. Not of this realm, but there's no mistaking it.
Yeah, I don't know how I missed it either. But anyways, I tried explaining it to the best of my abilities. If you have any questions, please leave a comment below, and I'll try to reply as soon as I can. First of all, I want to thank my girlfriend Kanaruhi for helping me with the script. I truly needed help at some points. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to give it a like and share it on social media. It truly helps me out a lot. If you like God of War videos, make sure to subscribe and hit the bell to get notified of theories, top 10s, and lore videos like this one. With that said, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.
This is incredible!
How can I be so nauseous without a stomach?
Come on, that was great.
Look.
The tower. I knew there was something down here.
Amazing! How do you hide something that exists in all realms? cast it out of any realm to the space between. Clever old Tyr.